Hey food lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something super exciting for you. Picture this, the finest meats, cooked on the go, packed with rich flavor and stuffed with rice that'll blow your taste buds away. Sounds wild, right? But don't sweat it. Stick around as we dive into this mouth-watering adventure. For smooth meat trimming, you need the right knife. Let's trim off the extra meat from certain spots so that when we stuff the rice inside, it settles to the bottom. If you're searching for the right knife, don't fret. Check out our assortment in the store. We offer a great selection of knives and wooden utensils to simplify your kitchen tasks. We also need to slice off some meat from the rib tips for a slicker presentation. Now, you might be wondering, where are the wheels? I'm handling those myself, all from scratch, like always. I've got some spare wheels, but it's not quite enough. Considering the size of the beef and rice, we need a sturdy setup so it doesn't collapse. Here's the finished product, ready to roll. Let's give it a test run. Nailed it. Today's dish is getting cooked in this awesome outdoor oven. It's a wood-fired setup and I'm using hardwood because it burns super hot. Most wood-fired ovens are made from fire-resistant stuff like bricks, refractory concrete or stone. These materials keep the heat steady and even. Now, let's dive into preparing and filling. If you're enjoying these highlights of Azerbaijani cooking and culture, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get freshly made content. First, we'll give it a good wash and then drain the water. I like to run my hands through the rice, squeezing it to remove any residue. Once that's done, we'll drain the water and put the rice back in the bowl. If the rice is cooked just right, it's fluffy and perfect. So tasty, you might eat it plain with a pat of butter. Simple pleasures are often the best. Rice plays a big role in Azerbaijani cuisine, especially in plov, our national dish. It's a flavorful, aromatic rice dish with saffron, butter, and a mix of meat and dried fruits. The goal is to cook it so every grain stays separate and fluffy. For the rice stuffing, I'm using Cornell cherries. First, though, I need to get the bones out. It's going to be a test of patience. The Cornell cherries will add a tangy kick, and I'll throw in some raisins for sweetness and dill for a fresh contrast. Together, these flavors will make the dish pop with a perfect balance of tang, sweetness, and freshness. Time to get the rice into water. We won't boil it too long, just enough to make it soft on the outside but still firm inside. It'll get another round in the oven, so if we cook it too much now, it might end up too soft. Now while that's cooking, let's wash the dill. Rice and dill have been one of my favorite combos since childhood. Now, let's check the rice, drain it carefully, and take in that smell. What's your fave food combo? Drop a comment. Chop the dill nice and fine. Make sure it's diced to about the same size as the rice. If the dill pieces are too big, it won't blend well with the rice. I heated up the sarge ahead of time to give the raisins a quick roast in 250 grams of salted butter. Oh, I love the sizzling sound of butter. I have black and white raisins. I let them soak in warm water so they can plump up and get all juicy again. Just check out that vibrant colour and shine. Now we mix those butter-soaked raisins into the rice. Be gentle with the stir, don't mush the rice. We want it to stay fluffy and intact. Now toss in the dill, then the cornel berries. The raisins will give you sweet, juicy bursts, while the cornel berries add a tangy punch. The dill ties it all together with its fresh kick, balancing out the flavours perfectly. This is a hi from my cat. For our beef, I'll use cherry plum sauce. It packs a bold, zesty kick from the cornel cherries. This sharp flavour really cuts through the rich and heavy foods, giving them a fresh, lively boost. And some corn oil, salt and black pepper, and that's it. Our sauce is ready. We're gonna make some small incisions in the ribs and cut along them. This way, when we brush on the sauce, it'll seep into the meat and flavour it all the way through. I want every inch covered in that sauce, so no spot is left undone. Before putting the wheels in the oven, I gotta burn up the paint. Just heating them up a bit to avoid any thermal shock and make sure they handle the heat. Alright, now we're set. Time to load the beef onto the wheels. Extra hands are a big help here. The ribs are too long, so we'll trim them and secure them with a metal rod so they don't slide around. And finally, let's get the rice on there. Everything's good to go. As a kid, I used to hear that hot tea is actually more refreshing than water when it's hot out, just a glass of black tea in an almond cup. I thought that was crazy, but now that I'm older, I totally get it and really enjoy black tea, just like my parents used to say. In Azerbaijan, tea is taken very seriously, and tea ceremonies are a big deal. They prepare all kinds of pastries filled with nuts, sugar, cardamom, and vanilla. These pastries are so rich and flavorful with all the nuts and butter that they can easily stand in for a full meal. Jams, like apple jam, which I'm enjoying right now, are often served with tea. There are tons of varieties like white cherry jam, fig jam, watermelon, and even jams from walnuts. It's not just about drinking tea. There are spots like tea houses where you can chill, catch up with friends over a strong black tea, and munch on all kinds of savory treats. Whether you're hanging out or just taking a breather, these tea houses are at the heart of Azerbaijani social life, showcasing the warmth and hospitality of the culture. Wow, that's seriously impressive. Check out the gorgeous, well-roasted red color of the meat. The fat on the ribs adds juiciness and a nice shine. Let's dig in and get everything out, making sure no rice is left behind. Just looking at this rice, I can tell it's going to taste amazing. Now, let's cut into the ribs. Look at that layering. So soft and juicy. I can't wait to taste it. This is just irresistible. Well, definitely a masterpiece.
Super.
Let's get the rice on the tray and layer the meat on top. We need to focus on presentation, since my guest can be pretty picky. They're already at the table, looking a bit impatient. Just give me a minute. I love seeing them munching and savouring. It's great when they're hungry. And don't forget, the only lady among the gentlemen should be well taken care of. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm always thrilled to have you here on my channel, sharing these awesome moments of pure joy. Take care.
Kanalımıza dəstək olmaq istəyirsinizsə, onlayn mağazamızdan xüsusi bıçaq və ya taxta qablarımızı əldə edə bilərsiniz. Mağazanın linki videonun altındakı təsvirdə var. Super.